Welcome to the 30th Convocation 2021, Session 1 of the NED University of Engineering and Technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession is entering the auditorium. All are requested to rise.
We now request the Honorable Governor Singh, Chancellor, to declare the Convocation Session 1 open.
Dr. Muhammad Bilal Usmani, Assistant Professor, Humanities Department, is requested to come for the recitation of few verses from the Holy Quran and their translation.
Assalamu alaikum. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا عبادي الذين آمنوا اتقوا ربكم للذين أحسنوا في هذه الدنيا حسنة وأرض الله واسعة إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب صدق الله العظيم. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say to my believing servants, have fear of your Lord. Those who act righteously in this worldly life will receive good reward. The earth of Allah is very vast. Only those who have patience shall receive their reward without reckoning. May Allah accept this recitation in the service of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem.
One day.
Dr. Sarosh Hishmat Lodi, Vice Chancellor, NED University of Engineering and Technology, is now requested to present his opening report.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Respected Governor Sindh and Chancellor of NED University, Imran Ismail Saab, Chairman Pakistan Engineering Council, Najib Harun Saab, whom I very fondly call Najib Bhai, my respected deans, Vice Chancellor, respected members of the Senate, my very respected teacher, Professor Rafiqi, my colleagues, and dear graduating students, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good morning. I have a great privilege of standing on this podium time and time again. But to me, this is one of the proudest moments of my life, when I'll be presenting and conferring the degrees on the centennial year of this institution. This great institution has produced tremendous leadership in engineering and other disciplines of life, and has served the city, this province, and this country, and has created a significant impact globally, for which I am thankful to God that God has given me an opportunity to lead this institution. And this is my 5th time that I'm standing here addressing the audience and the recipients. Sir, the last year and a half, or about a year, was probably the most terrible years that this world has faced. The world has gone through a roller coaster, and we are still not out of that difficult situation. And COVID-19 it has kept on coming back to us in different forms and different shapes. Very recently, there was a discovery of another strain of COVID-19, and I hope that all of us are saved from this very difficult situation, and I pray to Allah that He saves us from this pandemic. But at the same time, I would like to mention here that during that difficult times, we were able to maintain the academic calendar without any delay, and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to Allah Ta'ala for providing us this opportunity that we were able to save the valuable time of our students and graduates, for which I'm grateful to Allah Ta'ala. Not a single day of academic calendar was lost, and the students have graduated in time. Unfortunately, last year, the convocation was held more or less in a virtual mode. However, there was a very limited attendance of 13 PhDs who were awarded degrees. Sir, I'm so happy to report that this year, 18 PhDs will be awarded, inshallah. And to the best of my knowledge, this is the highest number of PhDs awarded by any engineering institution in this country. So my heartiest congratulations to the batch of PhDs who have set a record, and I'm sure this record is not going to last very long, and next year, inshallah, we will be in a position to break this record again. And I hope that we keep on breaking it again and again. Sir, this year, we have 29 undergraduate programs, and we have 49 master's programs and 19 PhD programs, out of which today in the evening session, 1,905 undergraduates will receive their degrees. And in the morning session, 868 master's students and 18 PhDs will be awarded degrees. NED University, as of today, has a total student strength of 11,986. Being an engineer, I can't help, being very precise. And sir, this makes us one of the largest engineering institution in the world, in Pakistan, apart from being one of the oldest, which is 100 years. And so we had celebrated that event on the 29th of August, where we have organized a small event looking at the COVID conditions, and we have invited a very few limited number of people. And I'm thankful to the government of Pakistan for issuing a commemorative coin and a postage stamp on that occasion. Sir, alhamdulillah, there is a long story of success. This institution, which started in a very modest way of starting a civil engineering program in 1921 has now grown into a full-fledged university where we not only offer programs in engineering, and we have almost every engineering discipline on our campuses, but we also offer degrees in applied sciences and management and linguistics. So we are spreading out as much as possible to serve the community that we exist. Sir, apart from that, I thought an institution like NED University should also venture out to the other parts of the province, and we have established a third Institute of Engineering, Sciences and Technology in Mitti. It's in Constituent College where we started off in 2019 with the computer science program. This year, sir, we have started civil engineering, and inshallah, actually the classes have started, and inshallah, we plan to expand further by starting electrical, mechanical, and probably mining engineering in the years to come. Sir, the last year, as I mentioned, was a very difficult time, both physically and at times financially distressing to a lot of students who are studying here. But I must thank the alumni, the government of Sindh and government of Pakistan, and above all, the philanthropist of the city who has generously donated towards scholarships of the university. And last year, we were able to disperse scholarships worth 165 million. And 2,048 students were benefited, which makes about 20% of the total strength, which is 1 in every 5 students were the recipient of the scholarship. Sir, I am so grateful to God that not only heading this institution, but I must thank the entire team, starting from the Pro-Vice Chancellor to the deans, to the chairs, to the faculty members, to staff and all the students. Sir, it is so heartening to see time and time again that this institution works like an automatic orchestra. It's more or less like a symphony. And I'm the master of that symphony, and I don't have to do much. All the things are done automatically, for which on the centennial year, I would like to express my deepest gratitude and thanks to the entire team for making this institution a disciplined institution and a role model for everybody to follow. Sir, in the end, I would like to mention something very important, which was also dear to me. Unfortunately, because of the present pandemic condition, we were not able to invite the parents of the degree recipients. And I feel sorry for not listening to the requests that I kept on receiving every day. But I'm sure you will understand. Our parents or your parents are dear to us, and we don't want to risk them. We want to value the loved ones that we have. And I'm sure you will understand, and I'm sure you have understood the importance of the parents and the reason of not inviting them. Please convey my personal congratulations to all the parents who were not able to attend the convocation ceremony today. Sir, in the end, I would like to congratulate all the graduating students, the faculty members, and I wish all of them a very good luck in their future. Thank you very much.
Now, postgraduate degrees will be awarded. I now request Professor Dr. Noman Ahmed, Dean, Architecture and Management Sciences, representing all the deans, to come and present the recipients of master's degree. The recipients are requested to rise.
Sir, I present to you the candidates of Master of Engineering in Civil, Earthquake, Mechanical, Textile, Industrial and Manufacturing, Electrical, Computer Systems, Data Engineering and Information Management, Electronic, Telecommunication, Chemical, Materials, Polymer, Environmental, Biomedical, Urban and Regional Planning, Architecture, Master of Engineering Management, Master of Science in Mathematics, Computer Science and Information Technology, Information Security, Applied Linguistics, Industrial Chemistry, and Applied Physics, who were examined during the year 2021 and found qualified for the relevant master's degree, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By the virtue of authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of NED University of Engineering and Technology, I admit you to the master's degree to which you have been examined and hence qualified, and charge you that ever after in your life and in your conversation, you do prove yourself worthy of the same.
I now request the registrar to come and present the list of candidates for award of master degrees in absentia.
Sir, I present to you the candidates of Master of Engineering in Civil, Earthquake, Urban and Region Planning, Architecture, Mechanical, Textile, Industrial and Manufacturing, Electrical, Computer Systems, Data Engineering and Information Management, Electronics, Telecommunications, Chemical, Materials, Polymer, Environmental, Biomedical, Master of Engineering Management, Master of Science in Mathematics, Computer Science and Information Technology, Information Security, Applied Linguistics, Industrial Chemistry, and Physics, who were examined during the year 2021 and found qualified for relevant master degrees, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By the virtue of authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of NED University of Engineering and Technology, I admit them all to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Ladies and gentlemen, now PhD degrees will be awarded. This year, 18 PhD degrees will be awarded.
I request Professor Dr. Asadur Rahman Khan, Dean Civil and Petroleum Engineering, representing all the deans, to come and present all recipients of degree of Doctor of Philosophy to the Vice Chancellor. Chairperson, Civil Engineering Department is requested to escort the recipients.
Sir, I present to you the candidates who have been examined and have satisfied all conditions prescribed by the university for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the examinations held in 2021 in their respective fields, to which I pray they may be admitted.
By the virtue of authority vested in me as the Vice Chancellor of NED University of Engineering and Technology, I admit you all to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and charge you that ever after in your life and in your conversation, you do prove yourself worthy of the same.
Now the candidates will receive their degrees from the Chancellor. Honorable Chancellor is requested to award PhD degrees.
Dr. Muhammad Ahmed is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor. The Supervisor, Professor Dr. Muhammad Masood Rafi, and Co-Supervisor Dr. Sarosh Hishmat Lodi are requested to assist the Chancellor for award of degree. His research title is Study of Seismological Aspects of Seismic Hazard Mitigation of Pakistan.
Dr. Muhammad Javed is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor. The Supervisor, Professor Dr. Saad Ahmed Qazi, is requested to assist the Chancellor for award of degree. His research title is Automatic Segmentation of Speech through Forward and Inverse Characteristics of the Vocal Tract.
Dr. Shafaq Asrar is requested to come forward and receive her degree from the Chancellor. The Co-Supervisor, Professor Dr. Muhammad Tufail, is requested to assist the Chancellor for award of degree. Her research title is Production, Characterization, and Surface Modification of Dental Implants.
Dr. Akil Ahmed Shah is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor. The Chairman, Materials Engineering Department, Dr. Fayyaz Hussain, is requested to come forward to assist the Chancellor for award of degree. His research title is Synthesis of Zinc Oxide Nanostructures for Environmental and Renewable Energy Application.
Dr. Syed Zafar Qasim is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor. The Supervisor, Dr. Muhammad Ali Ismail, is requested to assist the Chancellor for award of degree. His research title is Performance Scaling for Solving Many Objective Optimization Problems.
Dr. Hira Mariam is requested to come forward and receive her degree from the Chancellor. The Supervisor, Dr. Irfan Ahmed, and the Co-Supervisor, Dr. Muhammad Imran Aslam, are requested to assist the Chancellor for award of degree. Her research title is Uplink Performance Analysis of Millimeter Wave in Heterogeneous Cellular Network.
Dr. Hamiza Ahmed is requested to come forward and receive her degree from the Chancellor. The Supervisor, Dr. Muhammad Ali Ismail, is requested to assist the Chancellor for award of degree. Her research title is Computer Support for Big Data Processing.
Dr. Tariq Mumtaz is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor. The Supervisor, Dr. Muhammad Imran Aslam, is requested to assist the Chancellor for award of degree. His research title is Design, Modeling, and Performance Evaluation of Efficient Radio Access Network Algorithms for Evolved Wireless Network.
Now the candidates will receive their degree from the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council, Governor Sindh, and Honorable Vice Chancellor. Honorable Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council is requested to award PhD degrees. Dr. Zareen Abbas is requested to come forward and receive her degree from the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Professor Dr. Engineer Shehzad Hassan, is requested to assist the Chairman and Governor Sindh for award of degree. Her research title is Incorporating Memristors for Efficient Processor Design.
Dr. Sabeen Atta is requested to come forward and receive her degree from the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Dr. Sharaz Hussain Siddiqui, and Co-Supervisor, Dr. Didar Hussain, are requested to assist the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council, and the Chancellor for award of degree. Her research title is Development of Banana Fiber Composites for Industrial Application.
Dr. Sajid Mahabat is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council, and Chancellor. The Supervisor, Professor Dr. Muhammad Tufail, and Co-Supervisor Dr. Saud Hashmi are requested to assist the Chairman and Chancellor for award of degree. His research title is Liquid Fuel Production by Co-Pyrolysis of the Waste Engine Oil and Waste Cooking Oil.
Dr. Muhammad Midhat Ali is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Dr. Sharyar Mohsin Qureshi, is requested to assist the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council for award of degree. His research title is Technical Competency Framework, Development and Validation.
Dr. Nausheen is requested to come forward and receive her degree from the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Dr. Mushtaq Hussain, and Co-Supervisor, Dr. Azam Khan, are requested to assist the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council for award of degree. Her research title is Numerical Investigation of Current Transport Properties of Hot Carrier Devices.
Dr. Rahila Huma Anwar is requested to come forward and receive her degree from the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Professor Dr. Sajda Zaki, and Co-Supervisor Dr. Natasha Maiman are requested to assist the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council for the award of degree. Her research title is Linking Emotional Intelligence and Self-Efficacy with ESL Teachers' Effectiveness, a Mixed Method Study of Pakistan.
Dr. Abul Khair Muhammad Shafat Ali is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Dr. Irfan Ahmed, is requested to assist the Chancellor and Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council for award of degree. His research title is Performance Improvement of Planar Metasurface Antenna Using Composite Materials.
Dr. Mirza Adnan Beg is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Dr. Najid Ahmed Khan, and the Co-Supervisor, Professor Dr. Mohammad Masood Rafi, are requested to assist the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council for award of degree. His research title is Unsupervised Identification of Fire Intensity and its Hazards Using Computer Vision.
Dr. Laila is requested to come forward and receive her degree from the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Dr. Najid Ahmed Khan, and Co-Supervisor, Dr. Muhammad Asan Arifin, are requested to assist the Chairman and the Chancellor for award of degree. Her research title is Universal Framework for Open Source Software Adoption.
Dr. Muhammad Danish Mujib is requested to come forward and receive his degree from the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. The Supervisor, Dr. Muhammad Abul Hassan, and the Co-Supervisor, Professor Dr. Saad Ahmed Qazi, are requested to assist the Chancellor and the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council for award of degree. His research title is Improving Working Memory Using Binaural Beat Simulation.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor, sir. Thank you, Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council. On behalf of the NED University, we now request the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council, Engineer Najib Haroon, to present the convocation address.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Respected Mr. Imran Ismail, Governor of Sindh and Chancellor, Dr. Sarosh Hashmat Lodi, Vice Chancellor, distinguished members of NED Senate and Syndicate. I remember in 1978-79, when the first syndicate was in place, as president of the Students' Union of NED, I was member of that syndicate in 78-79. Faculty members, members of press and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is indeed a great pleasure and a privilege for me to be standing here at my alma mater, the NED University, in its 30th convocation. I've noticed with great admiration the strides the university has taken place, the number of buildings that have come up in the last 42 years. I had passed out in 1979, and the developments that have taken and the name and place NED has won in the international community of engineers. I've also learned that in the communication area, because the communication skills of the engineers were always falling short, but I learned that now Chinese language is being taught to the students in a bid to build up the capacity in this important language of the region. But I'm sure that Dr. Sarosh Lodi and the faculty members, because as an employer also, and as the, as chairman of the Pakistan Engineering Council also, while engineers are doing very well in their core areas of engineering, I keep insisting, and inshallah, we will be working on that in the curriculum area also, that the communication skills of the engineer have to be worked upon, whether it's various languages, whether it's Urdu, English, Chinese, but that skill has to be developed. Secondly, like Dr. Sarosh Lodi mentioned, that in this time of COVID, nothing was lost. You're very lucky that way, because it took me 6 years to graduate out of NED back in the 70s. I did my FSc in 73 and got my degree in December of 79. So at that time, we were spending at the undergrad level, of course, we were spending like 6 years. So I congratulate the faculty and the Vice Chancellor and all of you that, the hit of the COVID-19 did not, took away that precious time away from you. Of course, this institution has a history
spanning more than a century now, and this is a centennial year. So NED from the college, and again, I was the lucky one that I did my first year exam from the old campus at Bunce Road. And then, I did the rest second, third, and final year as an undergraduate. We were on this campus. So this, NED has gone a long way from that college, which is now preserved as a heritage building. I'm sure you guys must have seen that. So the, engineering keeps developing, and all of you would be contributing within Pakistan. But, while you'll be serving in key positions, and most of you might be going towards, the academics, the development of engineering, the country, this country. I went to school in the 1960s and did my engineering and masters in the 70s. But ever since, Pakistan has been a developing country. In the last 30, 40 years, there are countries on the map of the world which transformed from underdeveloped to developed countries. And the role the engineers played there took them from an underdeveloped to a developed country. So Pakistan must not, while you're graduating and you'll be taking up responsibilities, I think you owe it to Pakistan that you must contribute and ensure that in your span of career, Pakistan would go up from a developing country to a developed country, because it would be the engineers alone who would, take the whole 220 million people of this country through the journey from underdeveloped to developed, because Pakistan has to perform, Pakistan has to transform, and Pakistan has to play a role as a developed country in the Committee of Nations. Of course, engineering know-how that you have learned from your school would take you a long way. But like I said, the communication skill, the presentation skill, the commercial side of the engineering. I'm not so saying that you will become the best accountants or you will become the best finance manager, but enough know-how at whatever level, because now it's a very, very competitive world, and very good engineering, again, we have to defend the commercial side of it, the financial side of it. So on that count, some courses, some know-how, because I feel that the engineers are so deprived on those counts, and with the new disciplines coming up, in the areas of finance, in the areas of marketing, in the commercial areas, I would say that the engineering knowledge will take you so far. So for most of you, I would strongly urge upon you that in this era of competitive world, you must look into these areas as well. Maybe some short courses, maybe some exposure, the financial jargons, or some know-how, because all engineering, very good engineering proposals must overlap the financial proposals. So that is one area I would urge you that you must concentrate upon. It is immensely important that our universities associate themselves with an international community and generate synergies. For achieving the objective, they need to increase the level of their outreach in terms of having collaboration with universities in the region and beyond, as well as various international bodies which provide support for research and development. Of course, research and development, and I assure you on behalf of the Pakistan Engineering Council, and we would be very closely collaborating with the Higher Education Commission and the Pakistan Academy of Engineering, which is already in place, and particularly the PhD, who were awarded the degree of PhDs, they can become the fellows of the Pakistan Academy of Engineering. Pakistan is the only country in the Islamic world which got this honor. There are 32 countries in the world who have the academies of engineering. The US Academy of Engineering, the UK, there is an Indian Academy of Engineering. But 8 years back, Pakistan Academy of Engineering was formed. And now we are taking this initiative to take the Pakistan Academy of Engineering into the folds of under the umbrella of Pakistan Engineering Council, so that the engineers, and particularly the fellows, the PhDs, etc., can, can transfer their knowledge, their know-how to the engineering graduates at different levels, so that the engineers can, pursue their careers with certain levels of qualifications, examinations, and achieve the top positions in the country. Simultaneously, we are also pursuing a service cadre. And you all engineers, most sitting over here, must have to acknowledge, and Governor Saab would also be requested, and we'll be pursuing with the Prime Minister of Pakistan also, that the irony of our country is that in the last 74 years, there is no service cadre for engineers. There is a police service, there is a customs service, revenue, foreign, whatever. But for engineers, there is no career path. So we are pursuing a service structure for the engineers. You hear now and then. And I'm embarrassed to mention that a third world country, a developing country, and I hate to mention that India did that in 1948. They created Indian Engineering Service, because how can a country progress? Our fate would be sealed. It would be blocked. We can't pursue, because engineers would rather prefer to take examinations of the DMG groups, etc., and become commissioners and deputy commissioners and so on and so forth. But they would quit their engineering profession because they are blinded by the fact that they can't pursue their career. So service structure, a cadre, there are 12 cadres there in the federal government, but a 13th cadre for engineering services of Pakistan, ESP, inshallah, under the umbrella of PEC, we are pursuing that, and at all levels. And we need, all of us need to communicate that to wherever forums we are there, that Pakistan will be bailed out. Pakistan will only develop when its engineers, its professionals would be given that due acknowledgement, that due relevance, and would become part of the decision-making processes in Pakistan. Unfortunately, somewhere down the path, down the line, we have lost our course. Engineers became irrelevant in the decision-making process. And like we were talking about COVID, and the medical doctors became so important, and they were given awards. And of course, a lot of them lost their life, and we must respect and acknowledge their contribution. But Pakistan is going through an engineering emergency. All our failures, if you will count them, are engineering failures. If there's no clean drinking water, that's an engineering failure. If the electricity is too expensive, that's an engineering failure, because the mix of energy was not right. If there is load shedding, there is an engineering failure. There is a collapse of infrastructure, that's an engineering failure. So now at this stage of your life, when you are getting out with these degrees, it's payback time. And payback means that, of course, this country has given you that education, and you were the fortunate ones who achieved whatever, these degrees from this institution, the most prestigious institute, one of the most prestigious institution in the country. So now it would be upon you to pay back to the system, to the country. I know some of you would go abroad for certain post-graduations, etc. But please, this country needs you, and keep contributing to the in the development of this country in whatever way you can. All of us owe it to Pakistan that it gets out from the third world phenomena and becomes part of the first world country. I'm very confident in your capabilities and pledge all my support, particularly while I'm the chairman. It's just the start of my tenure at PEC. So I'll be in there for next 3 years for this esteemed hub of learning. Let us not forget that only through proper guidance, motivation, inspiration, and provision of right environment of teaching and learning, we can expect to produce exemplary graduates filled with irreplaceable qualities and solid characters. Dr. Sarosh Lodhi, I've known him now. The year was 1985, 86, December, January, when he came to the Oregon State University and he was starting his master's. I just concluded in 86, December, and my son was born, my second son was born in 87, January. So I stayed there for a couple of months, and that was the overlapping. I got an exposure, and we met there some like good 36 years back. So I really am very positive that his contribution, he will take this not only this university, the total academic profession, and we'll be taking his inputs at the Pakistan Engineering Council level also. So with this, with the professional training that you have got, don't never forget the social and the national obligations that you carry from here. While I congratulate all of you, your parents, and hope that with this part, you will continue in the development of Pakistan and, in your social obligations to this country. And whoever among you would go out abroad, like Dr. Sarosh Lodhi and myself, I hope all of you would come back and make Pakistan a great country one day. Thank you very much, inshallah.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the NEDU University, we now request the Chancellor, Governor of Sindh, Mr. Imran Ismail, to present his address.
Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Engineer Mohammad Najib Harun Sahab, Chairman Pakistan Engineering Council, Member National Assembly. Dr. Sarosh Lodhi Sahab, Vice Chancellor, faculty members, graduating students. If some of parents are here, I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Mujhe aaj, may I speak in Urdu? Because I can't see any foreigners sitting here, so I thought maybe I'm very comfortable in Urdu. मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई आज यहाँ पर आके, लेकिन जो कॉन्वोकेशन मुझे मेरे जहन में नक्श है, वो एक बहुत बड़ा कॉन्वोकेशन था जो बाहर ग्राउंड में हुआ था, और उसमें तमाम स्टूडेंट्स, पेरेंट्स, फैकल्टी सब आए थे. बहुत सारे लोग थे, मेरा ख्याल है कोई 7-8 हज़ार के करीब उसमें लोग होंगे. और जब से मैं गवर्नर बना हूँ, बिकॉज 20-25 साल हमने पॉलिटिक्स में, एक्टिव पॉलिटिक्स में हिस्सा लिया, पब्लिक एड्रेसिंग और सारी चीज़ों में, और जब उसके बाद जब हमें उसकी आदत पड़ गई तो फिर मैं गवर्नर बन गया, तो पब्लिक इंटरेक्शन, वो ख़त्म हो गया हमारा. तो ये एक ओकेजन मुझे मिलती है जिसमें मैं एंजॉय करता हूँ. बाहर देख के मैं बड़ी लालच मुझे हो रही थी कि मैं सरोज साहब से कहूँ कि मैं शाम को आ जाता हूँ. सरोज साहब ने थोड़ी सी बेईमानी की हमारे साथ इस दफा, तो आइंदा ना कीजिएगा सरोज साहब ये. थैंक यू. मुझे अभी याद आ रहा था जब सरोज साहब ने कहा कि नजीब हारून साहब को मैं नजीब भाई कहता हूँ, तो हम भी इनको नजीब भाई कहते थे. जब मैंने पार्टी ज्वाइन की तो नजीब साहब कराची के प्रेसिडेंट बने, और एक बड़ा फेमस नारा उस जमाने में लगता था कि सब बहनों का एक ही भाई, नजीब भाई, नजीब भाई. और वो बहुत पसंद नहीं था उनको, नेचुरली, बिकॉज ही वाज वेरी यंग. बट आई होप नाउ ही वुडंट माइंड दैट. Congratulating to all of you for what you have achieved, और अभी जिंदगी में जो आपने आगे अचीव करना है. ये यकीन जानिए कि हुकूमत पाकिस्तान और इमरान खान का मुकम्मल भरोसा है अपनी यूथ के ऊपर, और इसी भरोसे को देखते हुए उन्होंने कामयाब जवान प्रोग्राम लॉन्च किया है, जिससे आप सब भरपूर इस्तिफादा हासिल कर सकते हैं. इस लोन प्रोग्राम के तहत आप तकरीबन 5 करोड़ रुपए तक का लोन आपको बहुत सॉफ्ट टर्म्स पे आपको मिलता है, और ये आपके उस गैप को ब्रिज करता है कि जब आप यूनिवर्सिटी से फारिग होते हैं, जाहिर है कि आपके बहुत सारे बच्चे ऐसे होंगे, लोग ऐसे होंगे जिनके पेरेंट्स इस एजुकेशन को अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाते, और वो अपने ख्वाबों को कुर्बान करके अपने बच्चों को आगे बढ़ाने की ख्वाहिश देखते हैं. क्योंकि
ये भी एक अल्लाह ने एक अजीब सिलसिला बनाया है माँ बाप का, जिन्हें हम कहते हैं कि उनकी एक ही ख्वाहिश होती है कि यार चलो मैं अपनी जिंदगी में कुछ कमी कर लूं लेकिन अपने बच्चे को मैं कामयाब होते हुए देखूं। और ये एक बगैर किसी लालच, बगैर किसी अटैचमेंट के, बगैर किसी एक्सपेक्टेशन के ये होता है कि मैं, ये मेरी पैशन है कि मेरा बच्चा कुछ बन जाए, कुछ बड़ा आदमी बने। तो वो जब आप यहाँ से निकलते हैं तो जाहिर है कि आपके ख्वाब होते हैं, आपके पास आइडियाज होते हैं, स्टार्टअप्स के लिए आपके पास दुनिया भर में स्टार्टअप्स आर वेरी सक्सेसफुल दीज डेज, क्योंकि वो जो एक फ्रेश ब्रेन जो एक नया आइडिया लेकर आता है वो स्टेल हो जाता है जब तक उसको उस आइडिया का फाइनेंस जमा करते करते और वो फिर गिव अप कर चुका होता है उस आइडिया को। सो इसके लिए आपको ये बहुत बड़ा गैप ब्रिज करके दिया जा रहा है कि जिसमें आप कामयाब जवान के तहत ये काम कर सकते हैं कि आप अपने जो फ्रेश आइडियाज हैं स्टार्टअप के लिए, जो आपके जहन में चीज़ें हैं जो आप समझते हैं कि आप कर सकते हैं, तो वो आप फौरी तौर से शुरू कर सकते हैं। मैंने कल बात की थी उस्मान डार से जो कामयाब जवान को हेड कर रहे हैं, कि कम से कम कराची यूनिवर्सिटी और NED यूनिवर्सिटी में यहाँ पर इसका हेल्प डेस्क बना दिया जाए ताकि बच्चे यहीं से फारिगुल तहसील होते हुए या होने के बाद वो यहीं से अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर ही से यहाँ से अप्लाई भी कर सकें और उनको असिस्टेंस भी मिल सके। सो दिस इज अ गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर यू टू अवेल। हुकूमत पाकिस्तान अपने यूथ के ऊपर भरोसा कर रही है। पाकिस्तान एक यंग नेशन है, हमारे यूथ के अंदर पैशन है, आपके अंदर क्योंकि जो सक्सेस स्टोरीज हम देखते हैं अमेरिका में, उसे अमेरिकन ड्रीम कह के पेश किया जाता है। उसमें दिखाते हैं कि ये शख्स $500 लेकर अमेरिका आया था और आज इलॉन मस्क ये बन गया है जो टेस्ला का ओनर है, वन ऑफ द रिचेस्ट पीपल इन US। अनफॉर्चुनेटली पाकिस्तान में सक्सेस स्टोरी को नेगेटिवली पेंट करने की आदत है। हमें अगर किसी शख्स का माजी पता होता है तो हम ये कहते हैं कि ये, इसको मैं जानता हूँ 10 साल पहले मोटरसाइकिल पर जाता था, आज मर्सिडीज में जा रहा है, जरूर कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ की है इसने। मैं आपको बताऊं हमारे पास अगेन आई एम सॉरी नजीब भाई, आई एम कोटिंग यू, हमारे पास इसी डेस्क पे कामयाब आदमी बैठा हुआ है पाकिस्तान का, वन ऑफ द हाईएस्ट टैक्स पेयर, मोहम्मद नजीब हारून, who started his career बहुत ही लोअर लेवल से। यानी ये मुझे खुद बता रहे थे कि जब ये पढ़ रहे थे तो उस वक्त साथ साथ PIA में जॉब भी कर रहे थे रात को। सो he didn't inherit anything। इसी पाकिस्तान में, इसी बताने का मकसद ये है कि जो अपॉर्चुनिटी की तलाश में आपको अमेरिका जाना पड़ता है, उससे बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटीज इस जमीन की मिट्टी में है मौजूद। You only need to trust, you need to believe in you and your country। और ये मुल्क आपको दुनिया में कोई ये अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं प्रोवाइड कर रहा जो ये मुल्क कर रहा है, और दुनिया में इतनी बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटीज है नहीं जो इस मुल्क के अंदर है। देखें, ग्रोइंग कंट्रीज के अंदर वैसे भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज ज्यादा होती हैं और पाकिस्तान में तो बेइंतहा अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं। आपके डिपार्टमेंट, आपके जो एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड है, इसकी अपॉर्चुनिटी तो लामतनाही है। इसके अंदर तो स्काई इज द लिमिट। यहीं से फारिग हुए एक और हमारे दोस्त जो वो भी मेंबर नेशनल असेंबली हैं, आफ्ताब सिद्दीकी साहब, वो भी पाकिस्तान के सबसे बड़े बिल्डर हैं या कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनी के ओनर हैं। ही इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट टैक्स पेयर्स। सो दिस वेरी इंस्टीट्यूट हैज प्रोड्यूस्ड सो मेनी सक्सेस स्टोरीज, वी नीड टू टेल ईच अदर। मैं तो समझता हूँ कि जो पाकिस्तान के अंदर बेहतरीन सक्सेस स्टोरीज हैं उन्हें हमें हाईलाइट करना चाहिए। वो हमारे आने वाली नस्ल के लिए एक मशले राह होना चाहिए कि वो उसको फॉलो करें, देखें कि इन्होंने कैसे सक्सेस हासिल की है। एंड विद योर आइडियाज एंड इनोवेशन एंड योर पैशन और कंपैशन जो आपके अंदर इस वक्त मौजूद है, उसे इस्तेमाल करने का भरपूर मौका ये है। मैं आपका बहुत मशकूर हूँ सरोज साहब, आपने मुझे यहाँ पर बुलाया। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि नेक्स्ट कन्वेंशन आप बड़ा वाला देंगे जिसमें मैं जलसा समझ के तकरीर करता हूँ। थैंक यू सो मच।
Honorable Vice Chancellor, NED University of Engineering and Technology, Dr. Sarosh Hashmat Lodi is requested to present a memento to the Chancellor, Governor of Sindh, Mr. Imran Ismail. Honorable Vice Chancellor is now requested to present a memento to the Chairman, Pakistan Engineering Council, Engineer Najib Haroon. Thank you, sir.
Professor Dr. Saad Ahmed Qazi is requested to lead the convocation prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now requested to rise for the convocation prayer.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Praise and glory belongs to Allah Almighty, who has accepted the endeavors, hard work, and dedication of the seekers of knowledge and crowned them with success. And blessings be on his last prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has directed every Muslim to attain knowledge. O Allah, you yourself has stated that, say, my Lord, improve me in knowledge. Surah Taha, verse 114. Complying with this very commandment, we ask you to augment our knowledge and make it beneficial for all of us in both the worlds. We seek your refuge from non-beneficial knowledge. May Allah make the recipients of the degrees worthy of the honor conferred upon them. May Allah enable them to serve humanity at large and serve our beloved country through the knowledge gained by them. We also pray that they attain not only remarkable success in this world, but also enjoy high positions in the life hereafter, as it is the main aim of education. O Allah, let the degree holders realize the importance of education and know that the acquisition of knowledge is incumbent upon each male and female, and that it is the source of success for worldly life and the life hereafter. O Allah, inculcate in their hearts the determination to value the knowledge they have gained through the guidance of their teachers and the sacrifices of their families. They must keep in mind that the secret of success lies in high standards of ethics and good moral behavior and showing respect to parents, teachers, and elders. O Allah, endow these graduates with qualities of humility, simplicity, social service, and patriotism, and above all, consciousness of the Almighty, as these are the ultimate objectives of knowledge, which places them on the highest level of the best of creatures. May they be wise enough to recognize their weaknesses and enable them to capitalize their strengths to overcome their weaknesses. May Allah make them courageous enough to acknowledge their mistakes and learn from them. O Allah, we pray that the spark of faith and knowledge kindled in their hearts may enlighten further lights and be transmitted to succeeding generations as well. And let not the knowledge gained by them be restricted to only their own benefits. O Allah, shower your blessings on them and give them success in whatever fields they go, and fill their hearts with the feeling of piety and sincerity of Allah. Our Lord, give us good in this world and good in the hereafter, and save us from the punishment of fire. May Allah shower blessings on your best creature, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all of his family and his companions. And the end of our call is, praise be to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. Ameen.
We now request the Honorable Chancellor to declare the 30th Convocation, Session 1 closed.
I declare the convocation closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the academic procession will now depart. You are once more requested to please rise and remain standing until the procession leaves the auditorium.